Hey everyone, David C. Anderson from the Knife Center. We're coming at you from Blade Show West. I'm here at the Vosteed booth with my new friend Sam. How are you, sir?
Good, how are you?
Doing fine. We got some cool stuff to talk about. The first thing, you've seen it before, but these sold out super fast and they are coming back very soon, the RSKAOS. Now this has a new lock for Vosteed when they introduced this. Tell us a little bit about this lock if you don't mind, sir.
So this is our top liner lock. Now, this is a really cool new mechanism. It is very similar to a compression lock, but the cool innovation about it is the liner part that is the lock is completely separate from the liner. So that really strengthens it a bit and it's completely separate. But so what we did here was we took the compression lock and of course upgraded it with that part, but we also added something similar to a button lock to it.
Indeed.
So you get the strength of the compression lock as well as ease of use of a button lock.
Right.
So very fidgety, very fun. We have both versions, like you said, the sheep's foot and the Wharncliffe, and in both these finishes you see here, you can get it either or way.
The nice thing I like about the way you guys executed these is there's a lot of, you have to overcome a lot to accidentally disengage this.
Right.
It works just fine. It's not difficult to use. But if you're really squeezing on this knife, really pushing on something, you're very unlikely, anything's possible, but you're very unlikely to accidentally disengage that because you have to push the liner all the way through before it will unlock.
One thing anyone learns in manufacturing for the public, people will find a way to do something.
And usually it's me breaking it. So, but it's a really cool knife and it's a really cool lock, and we're going to be seeing that on some new stuff upcoming soon. Yes.
So these are prototypes. This is the Mini Spy-Op. This was designed by Jeff over at Tough Knives, and this one here, really cool. Front flipper or hole deployment. And again, we have that top liner lock on there as our lock. But yes, this is a very beefy knife, and you think this is the Mini Psy-Op? How big is the big one? Well, the big one's got like a 4-inch blade, so that's why this one is the Mini. But
I mean, this is like tip to scale. That's probably getting close to 3.5, I'd say.
Yeah, I think something like that. But and so it's got that wonderful finger choil, that wonderful finger choil right there that even you with your big fingers can slip in there, can't you? And yes, that milled titanium pocket clip with invisible screws. And on top of that,
are they invisible or just hidden?
Well, they're just hidden. I mean, you can find them if you look.
If someone can invent an invisible screw, they'll be making some good money.
If they can find them to ship them out.
Right.
But also, all around T8 screws. So T8 body screws and T8 pivots. So anytime we can do that, I really prefer that.
Yeah.
But the action from the deployment hole and the front flipper is great.
Yeah. Now, let me see here. I haven't. I'm not great at front flipping. We all know that.
Hey, you got it.
It works.
Yes, that front flipper it's very nice.
Reverse flick works great.
So yes. Yeah. So this is the Mini Psy-Op.
So not available yet, but coming soon.
Near future.
Near future, yes.
And so another one that we're going to be using that lock on is the Hedgehog. Here, I'll let you do the modeling. You're the professional. This is another design, super duper awesome. You can see it's more short and stubby. It's got that sheep's foot blade. Yeah. Now, this is not the final version. We're not sure exactly what handle materials and blade materials we're going to use, but it's got both the flipper and the thumb studs, that finger choil. It kind of just melts right into the hand. It's super fantastic.
It's got a little bit of that that raccoon shape to it. That raccoon handle going on.
If the raccoon was a midget.
Right. But it works really well. I can get kind of a 3.5 finger grip on it myself. Everyone knows, of course, my hands are slightly larger than average, but it works well. And then you can choke up on it if you need that big hammer grip thing going on.
So that one is, again, the Hedgehog. Again, these are all prototypes. We're not sure when they're going to be releasing, or some of them we're not even sure what handle materials and blade materials we're going to use.
So this one's aluminum with some milling. It's got a good texture to it, not too slick.
Yes.
So that's nice.
So there you go. And the blade still on that's going to be either Nitro V or 14C28N. It's going to be on the more budget side of things.
More affordable side.
And I didn't mention
the RSKAOS is like, what, like 250?
Somewhere around in that area.
275, I can't remember it.
And the Psy-Op will be around the same price, and it'll be either using, Van-X or N390. So,
Van-X could be pretty interesting.
I'm sorry, not Van-X.
LMAX?
LMAX, yes, sir.
Yeah. Oh, yes. You got a couple people really excited out there.
Yes.
You just dashed
sorry about that. But anyways, all right, so moving on to another new lock.
This is an Uber prototype, essentially, right here.
Like, came off as soon, right before they left. This, name to be determined, we'll call it the Anchor for now. But this is a new lock mechanism designed by our head guy right here, Yudong, and man, it's awesome. I can't describe how it works too much, mainly because he hasn't really shared that with me, but also because we don't want to share too much right now.
Sure.
We're still in the early stages of getting this lock, making it ours.
So I'd say in the way you interface with the lock, it's basically a pivot located button lock,
Right.
essentially.
Right.
Now the mechanics of how it locks up in the inside more will be revealed with time.
Definitely.
But makes it very easy to use, similar to CRKT's deadbolt lock and how you use it, but internally they've told us it's going to be very different.
Yes.
Because obviously that's a patented mechanism over there. But yeah, cool shape to go behind it too.
Right. Yeah, and it's, again, this one, I don't know if it's going to be on our higher end or on our budget end, but this lock, just like you've seen, once we get it worked out, it's going to be over a bunch of different products. So that's kind of what we're focusing on. Of course, we've got the budget knives, but not only do we have the budget knives, we have the cool locks.
Sure. Good stuff.
And so that is all for our new locks. Now moving on to some new models and not new models, but variations of models. These are, I guess we're going to call them the mini Thunderbird. Not super small compared to the original, but
a little bit.
He hacked about a 1/4 inch off the blade and maybe a 1/4 inch off the handle to get you something that is a little more compact. The full-size Thunderbird is a very long knife.
It is, yeah.
But this kind of just compacts it and make it, I honestly think, perfect for everyday carry. It's just that right size. So this one is titanium handles. You got the deep carry pocket clip and the Trek lock, different from the button lock, but the Trek lock. And those are aluminum. We're going to have them in aluminum, G10, and I believe also titanium.
The whole suite.
Yes.
3 opening methods. You got your standard flipper, your front flipper, and of course the blade cut
Give
out
us a front
as well.
flip, David. Do it.
Oh, you're
Give
putting me
it
on
to
the
us.
spot.
Yeah.
Hey.
So good, even David can do it. So
there you go.
There
No,
we
it's a really cool model, and the size, honestly, it doesn't feel like it was shrimped down
Right, not too
to
much.
some uber mini size. It still feels like a very kind of a full size knife.
Right.
I know it's maybe 3 1/4 inches.
3.25 inches. Right.
Micrometers didn't fail me
Yeah, there
today.
you go. You can tell
There we
this guy
go.
makes them. All right, so speaking of different size variations of the knives we have some really cool announcements for the Corgi. So we have, there you go, you can see them. The mini Corgi, there we go, catching these tags. The normal Corgi, but something special. It's in,
New
there we go.
blade shape
I need
going
another
on?
hand. Another blade shape going on. And then the extra large Corgi. So that's going to be, the best steak knife in your collection. That one's also in Ultim, which is a handle material we're going to start working with very soon.
And it's very popular
It's
these days.
just kind of hard to find material right now, so that's what we're trying to do.
Yeah.
And so here's the family right here, all 3 sizes.
So that looks like about 2.5 inches or just under
Yeah,
on the mini.
somewhere around 2.5 inches. The full size, I believe, is just right at 3, if not a little bit over. And then that one's around 3.5 inches, I would say.
Right on.
Without a spec sheet in front of me, of course.
Right on.
And so there's the new variations of that, new colors, not to whatever you want to call it, but the ladies in your life are probably going to love these little bitty mini nightshades, mini Corgis in these colorways.
Very nice.
Very good Christmas presents.
Indeed.
And then, last but not least, everybody loves the Raccoon.
I mean, come on. It's fantastic.
The Raccoon's a great knife. So here is a new colorway that we've got coming out. These are our aluminum handles with different colored coatings. So we've got an orange here, a blue, and a purple. And these will be dropping next month. And these are also crossbar locks. These aren't the button locks.
Yep, the crossbar.
So these will be
Raccoon.
available next month. Keep an eye out on KnifeCenter, and should be dropping.
The texture on it's really nice. Like I said, there's a little bit going on in terms of milling, and the actual finish itself is not slick.
Right.
So it feels very good in the hand.
Yeah, and that is a problem with a lot of aluminum handled knives. It's like you'll drop them if you're just fidgeting with them, or in a bad use case scenario, if your hands get wet or wet with something else, aluminum's kind of slippery, but that kind of negates that with the milling.
Yeah, it's done really well. And the way you guys are executing these crossbar locks they feel fantastic.
Yes, sir.
Very cool.
And I said last but not least, but we got one more thing to show.
There's a surprise.
So something completely different out of left field for Vosteed is karambit. Yeah, take that.
Get rid of that.
This is our new karambit, designed by RSK the same one who designed the Mayhem. This is the
the RSKAOS.
Yes, I'm sorry. RSKAOS, this is the dirty girl. That's the name of it. The Dirty Girl. So that's the micarta handled version.
Yeah,
Here we have
man.
a pill applied carbon fiber. So this is a great little karambit. Yeah, you show that off. You probably have a little bit more experience with karambits than I do.
I'm, as you can tell, I'm not extremely tactical, but
Yeah. Me neither.
no, that feels good. I like this little. There's got this kind of thumb
Yes.
area right here for anchoring
Yes.
on. Gives you just a little bit more meat.
And the
back
ring is
there.
also a little bit of a knuckle duster as well. So cool
Yeah.
little, not something we've done before, but very interesting. And I keep saying one more thing, but have one more thing to show you. Last but not least, and I mean this time, this is the last one.
We'll hold him to that.
Yeah, well, maybe
It's
not.
all good. It's all good.
This is the mink. So this is a new everyday carry fixed blade coming sometime by the end of this year, I believe, if not first of next year.
Nice.
We have micarta, micarta handles, very grippy. And the jimping is another thing that's really cool about this. On the back of the blade, not only did we put jimping where everybody puts jimping, but we also put jimping right there at the tip
Yes,
for
indeed.
those fine tasks and also choking up with that thumb. So these little guys are great. We've got the Kydex cheese and belt clips with them, but don't quote me on this, but they should be set up where you could fit an ulti clip to them as well. And should be scalp carry as well as regular up and down carry.
There you go. So it's kind of like a slimmed down dots style tech lock
Yes.
compatible on the outside hole spacing, I believe. Yeah, but
Yes.
lower profile. I've never actually seen them this narrow before. I like that.
It's pretty sweet, and that's going to be in Nitro V. And we chose Nitro V. It's relatively tough steel,
Yeah.
especially on budget knives.
Yes,
So
sir.
we've got two different variations. We've got the stone washed and the black coated.
Very nice.
So keep an eye out for all these new knives. Hopefully they'll be dropping not too long from now at KnifeCenter.
Yes, indeed. Well, folks, if you want to check out to see what is available at the time you're watching this video, there will be a link in the description below. It'll take you over to our Vosteed page, and you can see all the cool stuff that they've got over there. Sam, thank you so much.
Thank you very much, David.
Really appreciate it. Keep sticking around for the rest of our Blade Show West coverage.
We'll see you.